name is Davina Mitchell, and today we're talking about the innovations, diversity, and conquest of America from the period of 600 to 1400. There were three different types of empires that occurred during this time. The Maya, and the main one, the Aztecs. Aztecs was an empire that had many innovations during this period. The Aztecs basically decided to combine things from the Maya Empire to help them succeed for 321 years. There were originally hundreds and gatherers. They migrated to central Mexico from the north in the 1200 CE. In 1325, the capital of Tecolotlán, on the site of what is now Mexico City, over the next 100 years, they conquered the surrounding people and created an empire that stretched from the Gulf of Mexico to the Pacific Ocean. The Aztecs, also known as the Mexicas, claimed the legacy of the Toltecs, but many people claim that the Aztecs originated from a different part of Mexico. The Toltec Empire reached the 10th to 12th century CE from its capital of Toltecan, which is located in the modern-day Mexican state of Hidalgo. The Toltecs announced their presence to the world around 900 CE by conquering the city of Toltecan, one of the biggest and most influential cities of the pre-Columbian Mesoamerican world. The theory began to the Toltec story foreshadowed their equally destructive demise. The Toltecan, located on an island near the western shore of Lake Texcoco in central Mexico, was the capital and religious center of Aztec civilization. The traditional founding date of the city was 1345 CE, and it remained the most important Aztec century until its destruction. At the head of the conquering Spanish led by Herman Cortez in 1521 CE, which led to the final collapse of what? The Aztec Empire. The Toltecs were ruled by a warrior. Let's get fight to China to defeat the Huns. Aristocracy, wealth, and landlords who were military leaders. Over time, the Toltecs dominated what? The region by extracting the tribute from conquered people. As Tecolotlán began to grow, they also developed a tribute system that ensured their dominance. In the short run, because they're short, conquered people were forced to pay tribute, surrender their lands, and perform military service. How cool is this? Huh?
They would play a game while sacrificing the people. They would make the people run in the field and throw machetes and spear at them and see the one with the most kills wins. They then made a game in 1400 that was called the ball game, where they would use the same aspect from human sacrificing.
Aztec agriculture in the heart of the empire used chinamas for their crops. Chinamas is a method of farming that uses small, rectangular areas to grow. On the shallow lake beds in Mexican Valley. Chinamas were essentially artificial islands created for the crops. In addition to chinamas, the Aztec farmers practiced terracing to provide more usable land. And terracing walls on stone were created in hillsides, then filled to create deeper soil that could be used even if the island land wasn't flat. People also believe that the Aztec people also often create their own gardens because they were smart and they liked gardens, man. Gardens are beautiful. Okay? Get it together. To grow the fruits and vegetables for their families. Although commoners were expected to give tribute to the nobles of their land, according to social hierarchy. Because guess what, guys? It's the best way. The distance of their trade goes from San Luis Obispo to Costa Rica. They trade to the Gulf Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea. They traded cloth, cacao, rubber rails. The Aztecs believed that the first Toltec king was, wait for it, ccproject. Wrapped in intrigue, with the Aztecs treating him more like a mythological figure than a human being, which is rude. How rude, dude. Get together. But it would be his son, who would go on to become the most well-known Toltec king ever. Like we haven't heard that one before. The Toltecs formed the Toltec Empire and provide the Toltecs with their permanent political structure. For the most part, the Aztec emperor did not interfere with the ruling of the city-states. What he required was each city-state paid him a tribute. Give me that money or you will die. As long as the tribute was paid, the city-state remained somewhat independent of Aztec rule. Now let's get to the open letter.
An open letter to chocolate. On behalf of the entire world, I would like to thank the Mayans and Aztecs for giving the world chocolate. The Aztecs used their cocoa beans to make hot chocolate, and when the Spaniards invaded, they were introduced to chocolate. Although the Aztecs never made use of things like wheels, iron, or cavalry, the Aztecs are actually responsible for giving the world our favorite treat, chocolate. The Aztecs brought the world joy. Love us.
The Toltec and later the Aztecs lived in the city of Tecpan. The city of the Aztec government was the capital city of Tecpan. The Aztec government was similar to a monarchy, where the emperor or king was the primary ruler. Disgusting. They called their ruler the Hoi Tolani. At its peak, under Montezuma II, Tecpan is thought to have had a population of 200,000 people. Being the capital of the Aztec Empire, majority of the nobles lived. Again, back. Waiting for somebody to set me free. No one else. I'd rather rest to myself.
You ready?
Yeah. I feel like it's who migrated to central Mexico from the north in the 200 CE. In 1325, the capital Tenochtitlan the Aztecs basically decided to combine things. Oh, yeah, I said that part right. Oh my god.
She's gonna.
Hello guys, my name is Davina Mitchell, and today we're talking about the diversity and invasion of communities of America. Tecpan that was on the site. Oh my god, the computer. I'm sorry. They found their capital, Tecpan, on the site of what is now called Mexico City. Over the year of 100 years.
Where you stopped? Go.
The Toltecs were ruled by warrior aristocracy.
Wait.
As the Toltecs began to grow, they also developed a Oh, that's a tribute. That's okay. Ready? Also developed American people were forced to pay tribute, surrender land, and perform military service.
Davina. Davina.
Recording.
Now let's get